So welcome back to the Bethel Park Historical Society. I'm Bill Habither, and we have a special episode this evening. We've invited back our friends Ghost and Nat Paranormal, and I'm standing next to the two owners of the company, Patty and Brett. And I guess it was late in the fall, we reached out to you guys because you're a Bethel company, and we said, hey, do you want to come in and see if there's any paranormal activity in the schoolhouse? So you very graciously came in. And the board and all of your team, we had a fun couple of nights, and we decided, hey, let's do this and see if we could do a fundraiser, because this is what they do professionally. They have a company and they travel all around the tri-state area. So you came in May. It was May 14th, which was a Saturday night, sold out within a couple of hours. So they said, hey, can we do another night? So we actually did Friday, which was Friday the 13th, which was very cool. And again, that sold out. So we said, let's do another event. So tonight's the night. They're going to come back and we're going to see what kind of paranormal activity there is in the school tonight. So why don't you guys just tell us briefly about the company, how you got involved and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so the company was started in 2015. We always had people asking us to go on ghost hunts with us because prior to the company, we would investigate people's houses or businesses that were experiencing paranormal activity. So in 2015, we decided to start a company and open up the doors of public locations just like this to take people with us on these ghost hunting adventures. So it's been so much fun since its inception. You know, we started right here in the Western Pennsylvania area, and right now we're up in Buffalo, New York, we're down in Baltimore, Maryland, we're in Ocean City, Maryland, we're in West Virginia, and we're kind of just all over the place. So the company's growing very, very fast, and I mean, we love coming to historic locations like this and letting people rediscover the history here, you know, through the medium of paranormal activity. You know, we love helping out historic locations. We've really taken to heart raising funds for historic locations since 2015, and that is one of the main goals of the company, to raise funds for historic locations to keep them open and operational.
And Patty, how did you get involved with all of this?
I started investigating with my husband in 2015, and we hooked up with Ghost and Nat in 2016, and they asked us to join the team. And from there, we've been hooked, and we love what they do. Brett asked me to help him out on the backside of it, and that's how I became the co-owner.
That's great. No, I mean, to your point, Brett, we try and do things, because it's very difficult to raise money. And you don't want to continually do the same type of fundraising event because very soon the money's dry out. So when you do something that's a little bit different, a little bit more unique, the next thing you know, you brought in 150 plus people that had never been in the building. And I know you guys have about 40,000 followers on your Facebook page?
Yep, a little over 40,000 on our Facebook page. Yeah, it's great. And whenever we came here in May, we had a lot of paranormal activity too. Yes. So we're really excited tonight to get back to see if we can make some more connections, on this. And I remember asking the people how many people had been here before, and a lot of people hadn't been here before.
Right.
They've always driven past it, they thought it was really interesting. So this kind of opened the door for them and said, hey, let's go check it out. So what we see at a lot of our locations too that we hold events at, that the people come back for other events that the location holds. So, it's really amazing, and that makes it really worthwhile for us.
Absolutely. And one of the things I realized when the people came, they actually bring their own equipment to supplement what you all have. So, there really is this fascination with the paranormal, and we're just so grateful for this building and for people like you to help us out with fundraisers. So, tonight's sold out, as I said, but I was just talking with them earlier. We're going to do some more dates this fall, and I think around Halloween would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because as you know, we do some great decorations with the skeleton outside on the trolley, and we have a few other additions this year to our Halloween decorations. So continue to follow us on our Facebook page, Bethel Park Historical Society, because the minute this gets posted, within hours, tickets are sold out. So let's get started with the show. We'll open up the doors, let everybody in, and hope for the best tonight.
Yes.
Thank you both for coming tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Let's get hunting.
How many have never been on a ghost hunt before? Well, welcome. This is a great night for you guys to come out here and do it with us. So, yes, Ghost Nat. If you're not familiar with us, we are a group of real paranormal investigators that take people like you out on real ghost hunts with us year-round. So, this is just not a Halloween thing for us. We do this almost every month of the year. We take winter off a little bit. A lot of our locations don't have heat, so just not very fun to do it then. But hey, yeah, ghosts exist all the time. They just don't come out around Halloween time. But I love Halloween time. I love hunting ghosts at Halloween, so all works great. But a little bit about us. So we have been a company since 2015. Prior to that, we were based as a paranormal team that would go out and investigate people's houses or businesses that were experiencing paranormal activity. But we constantly had people come to us and ask us to take them on a ghost hunt because they had seen it on TV, they thought it looked really interesting, and we just can't take strangers into people's houses with us, so we decided in 2015 to start up Ghosts in That and take everybody with us on our own ghost hunts. And we've been doing it ever since. And so we're based right here in the western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area, but we're everywhere now. You know, we're down in Baltimore, Maryland, we're up in Buffalo, New York. We actually have a ghost hunt happening in Buffalo right now too at a different location, so that's pretty cool. We're out in Ocean City, Maryland, so if anybody ever feels like traveling, doing something weird, you know, just look up on our website. We've got a lot of stuff going on. So a little bit about me. I have been interested in the paranormal from a very young age. I was constantly going out, not going out, but watching stuff on television, all the ghost shows, Ghost Runners, I see a shirt there. One of my favorites. And then I went to college, and there was a haunted cemetery near the campus. So I was like, okay, here's my chance to go out there and maybe experience something. So I gathered up some of my friends with me, and I was out there. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just taking pictures and doing what I thought was the right thing to do. Well, ended up having a couple experiences out there, and I was hooked. So I ended up going to a different college in Pittsburgh after that big bad semester at Slippery Rock. And down there, I ended up getting involved with some things, and I answered a casting call for a television show for the Sci-Fi Channel. That was a ghost hunting TV show. Hello? A ghost hunting TV show, and ended up getting cast on that show. So I was a cast member on the second season of Ghost Hunters Academy on the Sci-Fi Channel. So if you guys are familiar with Ghost Hunters International, Ghost Hunters Academy was their sister show. So I did that. Ended up doing some other TV work eventually. If you guys watch the Travel Channel at all, Ghost Nation on the Travel Channel, I did an episode with them last year on the Hotel Conneaut. If you guys see Tango Jason. Hotel Conneaut, awesome place, also one of our locations. So yeah, I've been all around the United States doing this. It's a lot of fun. You know, just always looking for that paranormal activity. Does anybody here not believe in ghosts? Is it okay to raise your hand? Everybody believes. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, so if you don't believe or you kind of believe, these events are not meant to convince you one way or the other. Tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a series of experiments to hopefully make contact with the other side, to talk to the dead, to break through that barrier and reach them and see if they want to talk to us. Now, we did some events here in May, and they were awesome. That's why we're back here tonight. We did break through that barrier in May. We did talk to people who wanted to talk back to us. And tonight, especially my group, at least, I have some of the evidence that we captured there saved on my phone, so I'll play you a couple of clips of things that we caught there. Hopefully tonight is a repeat, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But something about paranormal activity, especially for people who haven't done this before, is that it does not happen on command. It's not a trained dog where I can just snap my fingers and it's going to sit. You know what I mean? It also doesn't have a magic switch that I turn on and all the ghosts come out and say hello. It is like hunting an animal or something like that, okay? You go out in the woods, you know there's a big deer out there or whatever it is, you know, but you might not see it at first. You might not see it for a week, but if you keep going out, you're eventually going to find it or another deer, okay? Same thing here. We know it's here, but they might not want to talk tonight for some reason. I hope they do. We're usually pretty successful. But paranormal activity comes in many different forms. Hollywood and the movies, which I love, have made us think that demons are going to come out of the wall and scream in your face and make things fly across the room and levitate people and all this stuff. Now, some things like that do happen from time to time, but very, very rare. I think the most extreme thing that I have seen on one of our events, I did see, not here, someplace else, I did see a girl's head get smashed into a window. Something grabbed her by the ponytail and pulled her head into the window. So I did see that. That did happen. People have seen ghosts on our hunts. Actually seeing a ghost is a very rare thing if you're looking for them. Most people who see ghosts aren't looking for them, okay? They live in a haunted house, they work in a haunted building, you know, they go into the living room at home and somebody's sitting on the couch that they don't recognize. Okay, and then they just disappear really quick. It's a ghost. Actually looking for ghosts, it's very hard to actually see them. And doing this since 2007, I have seen 3 things with my own eyes in that period of time that I can say was probably a ghost, okay? But we catch a lot of stuff on our voice recorders' voices. We catch strange photos, strange video clips. People have personal experiences. They feel something touch them or grab their hair. They feel the heebie-jeebies. So that stuff is way more common, and hopefully that will happen tonight. But no matter what happens, I can tell you guys that we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Welcome. We're very excited to have you here. This is the third time that we're doing this event, and prior to that, Tim Mallory, you're always trying to figure out what to do with regard to fundraising. And we've had some experiences here over the past 6 years as we've been renovating the buildings on a Tuesday and Thursday night, where you're here by yourself, or you're here with a small group of people, and you hear voices, or you see something. So Tim actually reached out to Patty at Ghosts and That Paranormal and said, hey, would you guys like to come out and do some investigation? Because this part of the building that we're in was built in 1905. It was the first high school in Bethel Township. In 1917, they added everything in the back section. So it's 3 floors, it's 12,000 square feet. We've got a coal furnace down in the basement. So there's been a lot of kids that have come through this building over the past 117 years. And, I can tell you, I've sat in this room and downstairs on the prior 2 occasions, and we have gotten some experiences of a former teacher, some former students. So it's all very interesting. Good, bad, or indifferent, it's just a great night, and we certainly appreciate you guys coming out and helping us, because, as I said, we've raised over $1 million to renovate this building, and it looked nowhere near what it looks like today, and we're very proud of what we've been able to achieve, but it's things like these events that help to pay for all the renovations. So thank you for your support in that. So with that being said, do you guys want to get started, and let's see what we find out tonight.
So, my name's Patty, like Brett said. I know you really can't tell us apart, but I'm the co-owner that's the shorter one, plus I was never on TV. But I did write a piece in a book called The Feminism in Pop, and I have been in a couple publications and on the Jim Craig podcast. So I've been investigating for over 15 years. I started at a very, very young age when I used to stay at my grandmother's house, and I played with this little ghost girl. And of course, everybody thought she was an imaginary friend, and nobody believed me until my grandmother saw her one night. And ever since then, I have been fascinated with the paranormal and the unknown. So when I am not ghost hunting during the day, I run a commercial property management company, and I have a love for animals. And my son does investigate with us, so when you talk to him and you ask him, he'll tell you that our dog Gizmo is the world to me and #1 in my life. Usually he lies, but in this case, he's 100% correct. My dog is priority over him. So enough about me. Are we all ready to find some ghosts? We're gonna get a little bit more energy, okay? I'm gonna ask you this again. Are we ready to find some ghosts? Something point at it when you saw the map go like this, so hopefully we can get that for you. I had my EDI up here, and you have to get a battery, it's not working. But last time when we told them, can you write something on the chalkboard, the EDI would go off. The REM pod I have back here on this desk, supposedly this is where the bad students go. Every time we ask where's the bad student, we'll see the REM pod go off, so hopefully we can get that to work for you. For the folks that's never been with me before, I use the Phasma box. What that is a spirit box. It scans through 5 radio frequency at a high rate of speed, which creates that white noise that spirits can speak through, excuse me. It also has a voice mechanism in it that they can manipulate to be able to talk to us. So depending on how much energy they can draw, depends on how clear we're going to hear it. So you're going to hear a man's voice, a woman's voice, maybe even a child's voice. So you're going to hear different voices. It is real time, so when we ask questions, you're going to be able to hear the answer. So I expect every single one of you guys to ask questions. What we find in our groups, the more energy you guys have, the more involved you are, is the more activity that will happen. I do have some other tools that we're going to use. I have the SLS camera here. I just got to get it put on. There we go. We have some. Can you come over here until we're ready for you? Can you step away, please? I know you like to let us know that you're here, but can you come over here, please? Thank you. So who hasn't seen one of the ghost shows? Okay. So this is the device that can measure motion if something's in the room. So did you ever see the little screen stick figure? They use that piece of equipment. That's what this is. So as soon as I get this up, does anybody want to hold it? And you can walk around the room if you'd like. It gets a little heavy though. Oh, you people better talk. Anybody like to hold? Do you want to hold it? Okay, let me get it up. I'll come to you. I'll bring it to you. I know it's hard to get in and out of these desks. So just give me a second. And then I have some K2s. Does everybody know how a K2 works? I know it's fascinating, huh? Does anybody like to use a K2? Do we all know how this works? Yeah. Yay, nay, you want one? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. We're going to try to get the SLS up and running while we're doing this. So I'm going to turn this on. If this is too loud, please let me know. Hello. It's Patty. I have a group of friends here in the classroom. We want to talk with you and get to know you. We mean you no harm. We do have some devices sitting around. They will not harm you. And if you hear something it says, please let me know, because I'm standing behind the speakers and sometimes I don't hear it as clear. We see that there's a student sitting over here in the desk. Are you a good student or a bad student? If you're a bad student, can you walk away from that light? Thank you. So we'll take it as you're a bad student. Can you tell us what you did to be so bad? You don't want us to know? What is that?
Okay. I also have these little motion balls. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'll send them over here and we'll see. The last time I was here, I could hear somebody over here writing with chalk on the chalkboard. You actually could hear the going off over here. So I have these set up over here. I also have these little trigger objects. Are you standing over here with me? Yeah? Okay, you can come over here and play with this stuff if you'd like. And if they touch any of this, these lights will go off, so we'll know they're over there. So yeah, oh, I also have dowsing rods. Is anybody interested in using these? Or anybody ever use these? They're actually really cool. They're made of copper, and they say that the energy that the copper gives off allows them to move these, and the people, oh, wow. That black line has never gone off yet. This is like the, look, that's going off now. I feel like they're running back and forth. Are you running around in this room? You playing games with us? Okay, shut that off. So when we ask you a question, the red one's going to be the yes flashlight, and the black one's going to be a no. Are you okay with that? Well, the red one's moving, so I'm guessing they are okay with that. Anyway, so the dowsing rods, they use their energy, and if you do them correctly, you can actually feel the energy pushing them. The one girl was sitting over there, was getting massive action with them. They really liked her, they kept hugging her. You can use yes or no questions. That one's going off now. See, I feel like they're running around for some reason. Are you running around in here? Is it recess? Yeah? Okay, turn that off. Make those lights turn off. Turn the red light off. Come on, back away from there. Okay, you can stay over there, that's fine. I'm not going to make you leave. But anyway, would anybody like to try these? When you hold them, you just have to kind of hold them straight out, and then they kind of do their own thing. You can ask questions, and a lot of times you can say, can you point to somebody in the room that you like, and they'll do that. Would anybody want to try them? Am I brave enough? Yeah. Yeah. So when you hold them, just kind of like that. And then feel free to ask questions, guys. tired of me, just try not to move your hands. I know it's hard. Okay, can you straighten those out? Stop moving them. Thank you. Can you cross those if you like someone in this room? Good. Cross them all the way. You can do it. Thank you. There we go. Oh, look, and then the flashlight lit up. All right. Okay, straighten those up for us. You're making everybody excited.
So found.
Found? What'd you find? Did you find a friend over there? What's your name, buddy?
Ethan.
Ethan. Do you like Ethan? Does he remind you of somebody that you went to school with? Yes? Usually they'll cross them for yes. Yes? Well, that's nice. Maybe Ethan will play with you later, huh? But you have to stay here. You can't go home with him. Okay? Is that all right?
It's I'm going with the orange group. Hello, Zach. Is that what that said? Maybe. I have a new group of friends with me. Can you tell them hello, please? We didn't meet yet. Well, this is you meeting them. Friends, spirits friends. Something I didn't mention, if anybody brought their own equipment, feel free to use it. Now that I introduced you to my friends, can you please tell us your name? Are you a student here? Are you a teacher? Do you just work in the building? Sounds like a little kid, maybe? Do you go to school here? What grade are you in? Did anything happen in high school you can try to latch on to? Did you guys get like any names or anything? How many spirits are here? Do you know how many people were in the room with us? Is it easier for you to communicate by using a light? I have a light in the middle of the floor. My friend has a light in his hand back there. If you touch them, they're not going to hurt you or harm you. They'll just make a different color and we make it excited and raise our voices. Do you like us being here? Yeah, maybe. Do you get a lot of visitors? Do you live here? I want to see them. Who do you want to see? Can you see us? Are we eye color? So this just love a different color. I don't know what I just saw in the flash. Is that you trying to figure out how that works? so, can you please do it again? It's on the stairs? No. You can use my energy to lift that up, you just can't attach to me or float me home. If you're on the stairs, can you walk through the door? You know the lights won't harm you now. You already set it off. Did somebody just like, play something? It sounds like music. Is that you making different sounds? Are you able to knock on something in the room to let us know that you're here? How many spirits are here with us? Are you a male or a female? Are you not a part of the school? Are you part of the land or something else that was here? The land, maybe? What was this land used for? Was your home here? Are you buried here?
I think we're still waiting for one group out with the trolley. We're checking to see if they're out there. We don't know. They're lost and now a part of the school. But we just want to thank you guys for coming out here and doing this with us tonight. And thanks to the Bethel Park Historic Society for having us out here. It really means a lot to us. If you enjoyed this, if you give us a like on Facebook, that's the best way to keep up to date with us. We're constantly posting new events and new locations in the Pittsburgh area. Buffalo, come on in, come on in. There's our lost group. They're just lost members of another group, still missing one group. But thank you guys so much for coming tonight. We'd love to see you again. Again, Facebook's the best way to kind of keep up to date with us. Don't trip on that. Facebook's the best way to kind of keep up to date with us. We're doing a lot of stuff down in Baltimore and up in New York right now too. So you guys feel like making a road trip. They're only about 4 hours each, so it's not like to the other end of Europe or anything like that. But thank you very much. I'd love to see you all on a ghost hunt again. And have a good night. Be safe going home. Thank you guys so much. Good night. Thank you.